Oh, hello there, and thanks for joining Uncomplicated Math today. Today we're going to be looking at how to multiply a whole number by a fraction. And by the end of this video, you'll know the steps involved when multiplying a whole number by a fraction. So let's get started. So in question number 1, we're being asked to multiply 7 times 2 fifths. So looking over to the right-hand side here under our steps involved, we can see that our first step is to convert our whole number into a fraction. And we can do this by writing a fraction where the numerator is the value of our whole number and our denominator has a value of 1. So in this case, our whole number of 7 converts into the fraction of 7 over 1. And we can do this because this doesn't change the value of our whole number. We've just written it in fractional form. So now we're going to write out the rest of our equation here, which is times 2 fifths. So now we can move on to step number 2, which is to multiply our numerators. Or we're going to multiply our numbers on the top of the fractions. And when we multiply 7 times 2, we get 14. Now we can move on to step number 3, which is to multiply our denominators. Or we're going to multiply the bottom numbers in these fractions. And when we multiply 1 times 5, we get 5 for 14 fifths. So now we can move on to step number 4, which is to simplify our fraction. And we can see here that we have an improper fraction because the value of our numerator is greater than the value of our denominator. So we're going to have to convert this improper fraction into a mixed number. And in order for us to convert this improper fraction into a mixed number, we need to figure out how many equal groups of 5 we can make out of 14. So we're going to go ahead and divide 14 by 5. And we know that we can make 2 equal groups of 5, and that's going to give us 10. And when we subtract 10 from 14, we get a remainder of 4. So when we're writing our mixed number here, we have 2 whole groups of 5, so our whole number is going to be 2. The value of our denominator hasn't changed here. It's still in fifths. And our numerator is the remainder that was left when we did the division, which is 4. So when we multiply 7 times 2 fifths, we get 2 and 4 fifths. So now let's move on to question number 2, where we're being asked to multiply 3 times 3 fourths. So looking over to the right-hand side here, we'll remember that our first step is to convert our whole number into a fraction. And we can do this by writing a fraction where the numerator is the value of our whole number and the denominator is a value of 1. So next we're going to rewrite the rest of this equation so that we can move on to step number 2, which is to multiply our numerators. Or we're going to multiply the top numbers in these fractions. And when we multiply 3 times 3, we get 9. And now we can move on to step number 3, which is to multiply our denominators. Or we're going to multiply the bottom numbers in these fractions. And when we multiply 1 times 4, we get 4 for 9 fourths. So now we can move on to our last step, which is step number 4, because as we can see, we have an improper fraction once again. So in order for us to convert this improper fraction into a mixed number, we're going to go ahead and divide the value of our numerator by the value of our denominators. Or we're going to figure out how many groups of 4 we can make out of 9. And we know that we can make 2 groups of 4, and that's going to give us 8. And when we subtract 8 from 9, we get 1. So we have a remainder of 1. So we know that we can make 2 equal groups of 4. So our whole number here is going to be 2. And the value of our denominator hasn't changed in our answer. So our denominator still has a value of 4. But our numerator here is going to be the remainder, which was 1, giving us 2 and 1 fourth. So for question number 2, when we multiply 3 times 3 fourths, we get 2 and 1 fourth. So hopefully by now you understand the steps involved when multiplying a whole number by a fraction. Help make math less complicated by smashing those like and subscribe buttons. As always, enjoy today's math journey.